My name is Hannah, and today we're building pretty much a basic, like, budget kind of family house, and it's kind of big, and so it's kind of different than I normally do because, usually when I build, like, this style house, I can never fit, like, a lot of bedrooms in it. That's usually seems to be the issue because I want to fit a bunch of bedrooms in here in, like, all of the houses that I make. But, like, this style house, I can never fit more than, like, 2 to 3-ish bedrooms, and 3 is even, like, a struggle. And so there's 3 bedrooms in this house, and so that's definitely different. And that's what I go for most of the time that I try and build houses, is that have the most bedrooms, because, like, if you don't have enough bedrooms, like, that's an issue, and you can't really fix that. But if you have too many bedrooms, then you can just, like, use it for, like, an office, or, like, put, like, random skill building stuff in there, because, like, extra bedrooms are always very useful in The Sims, because you can, like, just put anything in there that you want. If you wanted to put a secondary table in there, you can. If you wanted to open up the ceiling and put a rocket ship in one of the bedrooms, you definitely could do that. And so extra bedrooms are always nice, but I always seem to have issues with, like, this style of house. I'm not really sure if there's a style necessarily. This is just like a regular, you walk outside in your neighborhood kind of, you see this kind of house. I don't really know what that style house is. It doesn't really have very much of a style. It's just kind of basic and boring. And also, the entire time I was building this house, like, the entire time, like, the whole, like, half an hour that I was probably recording, my hand was, like, violently shaking. I don't know exactly why. My hand shakes sometimes, but it was, like, really bad. But it also was, like, the third thing I had built that day, so that may be why. And I was also watching a movie during that time, so I really don't know. But it was very difficult, and it was, like, super annoying, because I kept trying to, like, place things, and then my hand would, like, move. It's so annoying. But I stopped playing. I was like, okay, we are getting off of the computer as soon as I finish this, and I was just like, no more shaking. But it was definitely very weird. It hasn't happened since then, but, like, you know, my hand does weird things, like, very often, so it's probably fine, and so that's really fun. But there's not really much to talk about in this build. It's fairly boring. I really liked the living room, though, because originally you'll see that it was going for, like, kind of like a, like, normal, boring kind of interior, and then I was like, no, this is boring, and I, like, deleted it. You'll see it, like, probably in, like, a minute or so, that I just go into the living room and, like, delete everything and then redo everything. I don't think I had, like, final furniture down at that point. Maybe, I don't know, it's been a bit since I built this, but I just was like, no, this is ugly, and then I deleted it, and I redid it, and I put, like, a yellow chair, and then, like, modern, like, kind of, like, looking furniture, like the couch from, My First Pet stuff, which, yes, very sorry about using My First Pet stuff. That couch is kind of good for using in, like, L-shaped stuff, because I don't have the pack that you can eat. What is it, Dream Home Decorator? I don't have that pack, so I can't do that, so I just put these two together, and so, yeah, that, but, like, that's not that important, but yeah, sorry for using My First Pet stuff. I use that, and then one of the toys that comes with that pack fairly often. I really shouldn't, but it's not that big of a deal. But I guess that is about it for the house. But today I was just going to talk about cheer practice, because I've had it for 2 weeks now, and I am very tired. I have to wake up at 5 in the morning every, like, 4 days a week. Which, you know, makes sense because I don't get that much sleep. But I've talked about this in a voiceover before. I don't know which one. That doesn't matter very much. But I've been waking up for now eight times. It feels like it's been way more than that. But I feel like I've been doing this for, like, so long. But it's only been 8 practices. It's crazy. My body hurts really badly. I just need to take a break and just, like, nap and just, like, let my body do that, because my shoulders and my neck are dying. It's really fun. But it's probably going to be okay, because next week, my coach was talking about maybe canceling some of the practices if we do, like, good and we get, like, ahead of time. So maybe. Not expecting it, though, but maybe we just don't have to do all 4 practices, so hoping there. But also, I know that I have 2 practices a week in the morning before school, when school starts up again, so I'm also going to be dying then. Like, that's not going to be fun, because then I have practices before school, and I already have issues paying attention at school, so yeah, it's gonna be worse when I'm tired, so it'll be great. But also, sometimes she was talking about doing 3 practices a week, and I'm just like, I need to sleep. Like, my math teacher decides to put, like, random tests, like, weekly. Like, I need to be able to focus, maybe. But, like, no, we'll just practice at, 6 a.m. every day. That's fine. Whatever. But also, the last 4 days, so this week's practices, the first, 20 minutes have been in the dark, because the custodians are the ones that turn on the lights. I don't know where the lights are. I don't know how all of that works, but apparently no one else can turn on the lights, and they've been late all of this week. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. But we practice up in, a balcony on, the main gym. That doesn't make very much sense, but it's just, an upper area behind the bleachers, and that's where we practice because there's not very many places to practice, and most of them are usually busy. But apparently at 6 a.m., it's empty, and it's dark, so I don't know why we practice there. I guess it's, handy or something. But we practice up there. But both Monday and Tuesday, we had just a spotlight from the other side of the gym with bleachers in the way, shining on the area as our light for 20 minutes before the lights got turned on. It was really fun. And then yesterday, I don't know, but they either got here early or my coach turned on the lights or something, but it didn't take as long as it did Monday and Tuesday, so that was good. But then today, it literally took 35 minutes for them to get the lights on. And so they had to move us out into the I guess gym walk area. I don't know, it's called a concourse. I don't actually know what that word means, but they have just a big long hallway where the trophies are, and that's where we did our jumps and stuff, because they were it's dangerous to do jumps in the dark. And I agree, because we didn't have a spotlight yesterday or today, because that was off too, so it was dark. So when we were doing stretching in the area in the dark, it was shadows, and you could not see color. It was that dark that everyone was just black and white everywhere, and it was very shadowy. It was real fun, but they had a bunch of issues or something, or they got late or something, no clue, but it was very weird. And so, I don't know, but the coach just this morning was just would walk away down the stairs, and then away for 3 to 4 minutes, and then would come back, talk with the other coaches, and then walk off for 4 more minutes. And she did that 4 times. So I don't really know if she was just trying to figure something out or doing some kind of plan, but after so long, she just gave up and was just okay, the lights are off today. But they did get turned on eventually. It just took longer than normal. And, practicing in the dark isn't that bad, because I would prefer to be asleep at that time. So the dark isn't actually that bad, because the lights are really, really bright in the gym, because, you gotta do exercise and, gotta be very bright so, you don't mess up or whatever, yeah. But, it was very nice. But then they turned on the lights while we were doing stuff, and then we were just all light. It was really fun. Real great right there. But also, I was going to talk about, just for a word of advice for new incoming cheerleaders. I don't know if it applies everywhere, or just to me, or just our group or something. But there is a lot of talking behind other people's backs that goes on, and I'm just what are you people doing? I get popular kids are all known for that stuff, but what are you doing? At camp, take for example, there were 2 kids that walked away that are on our squad. And they act like friends. I think they're friends. I don't really know. But, everyone's, friends, mostly in, a similar friend group area. And then they, walked away to go, do something. I think they're going to the bathroom or something. And then they started talking about them. And I was what are you doing? That just doesn't make sense to me. I guess that's just kind of what happens. But I was so confused. I was you were, acting like friends. And then they were just, talking about each other. I'm just do you people do this often? They just did it so naturally. They just started walking away, and then they just started talking about them. I'm just oh my god. And it's very crazy. I've never done, a lot of things with, popular kids. I don't know if, they would consider themselves popular. I don't know. In, middle school, a lot of the popular kids wouldn't consider themselves popular, but as a person who was definitely one of the outcasts in most of elementary and middle school, who, not the popular kids, obviously, they were definitely the popular kids, but I don't know if that's the same in high school. No clue. But, it's crazy that they just talk behind each other's backs all the time. And they would do the same with the other way around. So like the people that were talking behind the other people's backs would like do it opposite. It's just very crazy. It's very weird. I don't understand it, but you know, I guess it's just kind of what's happening. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that, but I feel like everyone does it because I feel like they're always talking about somebody, or like somebody, not even if they're not in the cheer team, they're talking about somebody else that did something, or I don't. It's so weird, but you know, that's about it for the voiceover. I don't really have anything else to talk about. It's just very weird, all of that stuff. But you know, it's almost screenshots time, so subscribe if you did like today's video. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.